This is a review of the Cambridge Concord. Now, I've done a review on this Bible before, but this is a 17-month update on how it has handled all the use that it's received. Now, I turned the box actually into a slipcase because, yeah, it was a clamshell box, but I just turned it into a slipcase. I liked it this way. So yeah. Now, it is a calf split, and it has softened up, really softened up quite nicely. So you can. I'm not going to roll that up or anything because, like I said, it's calf skin. Now the writing on the spine is all there. It hasn't actually come off or faded or rubbed off. And the Holy Bible, I think the more acid sort of you have, more acidity you have in your system or your body, the more that the gold will actually wear off. So yeah. Now she's a paste down, but the paste down's set up quite well. None of this is lifted at all. I mean, it's crinkled here, and it'll be crinkled up the top, and a bit crinkled here. But it's glued down so well. I haven't repaired this at all or done anything to it. It's all just stayed stuck down, and it's the same with the back as well. It has it's done the same thing. It's just stayed nice and firmly down. Now, when I got this, the ribbons were changed in it, but the ribbons were too short, so I actually put 2 new Beresford ribbons in it and made them a bit longer because I like my ribbons a little longer. And the other day it is gold on it, as you can see, the gold, but I did actually do some art gilding on it because the edges were starting to look a little dirty, so I just did some red art gilding, which actually looks quite nice. I like that. So it turned out quite well. Now the front page on these things, I don't know what it is with some of these Bibles. They get mangled. So I've got all these sticker things on it, and that actually stops it from getting all chewed up. And also, be careful because these things are quite thin paper. If you've got even a spot of water anywhere or moisture, it actually absorbs it. So I don't know if you can see that, but there is a bit of wrinkly there, just here. And it's gone through a few of the pages. So it's just from the moisture. Put that over there. Now I have marked in this Bible with all different sorts of things, mainly pencils and stuff and pen. I use a micron pen, so I've underlined here in red with the micron pen, and if you look over, there is no bleed through. You can just see it, I think, through the camera. Through the naked eye you can't actually see that, but through the camera you can. There's no bleed through on it, and I use 005 Pigma micron pens. Now, because I did mark a few spots where I've written, and then I've got a note here and a bit of see-through on it, but there is no, it hasn't come through the paper. So I highly recommend, because it is a thin paper, I'd use the micron pens with this Bible. It's held up quite well, considering that, you know, I use it just about every day, this Bible, so it does get quite a bit of use. I do like reading out of it. It is quite nice to read out of. Also here, a little bit of moisture up here on the corner. I don't know how that got there. I don't lick my fingers and turn the pages, but there's a bit in there. Just a couple of pages, I think that's on, or just 1 or 2. Yeah, just a couple of pages. But you're going to get that. That's what happens when you actually use your Bibles. There's some more micron underlining as well. And still can't see through. Now I also got highlighter. I use those Z-Bright highlighters. That's the yellow, and you can't see it at all through there. This Bible has held up quite well. It's not coming apart anywhere. So if you're thinking of getting a Cambridge Concord, can't afford the goat skin, don't hesitate in getting calf skin, because this one has held up really well. And like I said, nearly 2 years of use, and it's still in quite good condition. And I use this daily, so I do write in it. I don't write extensively in it. I mean, that's what my wide Bibles are for. But you know, don't turn up one of these, because they're actually quite good. The print's actually quite good in this. There is a few places where it's not even. Sometimes, mostly with the red. I'm not a big fan of the red anyway. But some places I'll try and find that the red's a little faded. But it's only a couple of spots. It's not a lot, if anything. And you can see sometimes I'll mark in pencil. When you want to find a terrible spot, you can't. Even here, like I've written, that's only in pencil. I wouldn't recommend writing in pencil, because, oh, here we go. Here's a bit faded, see? The red, it's not as dark. Oh, that's even really dark. It's not even. But, yeah, that doesn't bother me when I'm reading. It's when it was really faded that would bother me, but there's none of that sort of stuff in here. Like I said, this has held up quite well. It's in quite good condition. I don't throw my Bibles around or anything, and I do look after the ones that I have. But if you can't afford a goat skin, look at the calf skins, because they do stand up quite well. There's no pulling on the pages. It hasn't come undone anywhere. Normally you would see, if it was coming undone, it would be these couple of pages here. And the stitching still looks, sorry about that. The stitching looks quite good in them still, as you can see. Stitching quite good. That's just a colour. That's not actually tearing. I think that's just ink colour in there. Let's try and get that clearer. As you can see, it's ink. But it's not. Or maybe it is. No. I can't actually tell. I think that's just. It is pulling apart a little bit there. But that's easy fix too, because all you have to do is run a very thin piece of glue line along there and glue it together. That's easy fixed. And I'll do that before it gets any worse. You won't even know that it's been repaired there. Because it's not over the next page. No. See? So if you fix it early, there won't be a problem later. But other than that, by the looks of it, it's still holding up quite well. Check the back part. So it'll be here. If it was going to do it. No, it still held up quite well. So, yeah. Well, that's my update of my Concord. Thanks for watching, and like I said, don't walk past a calf split, because they do hold up quite well. Thanks for watching. God bless.